Heidi-ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Red version. When we left off, Rap happened, and I actually meant to go back to the Pokemon Center in between parts, but that's okay. We have items, we'll use them here. And we need to get Biggins a lot more experience than he's been getting, because we need him to be on par with everyone else, so at least level 28. Now we're going to cut ourselves a bush here, and we have three more regular trainers to contend with, and then lastly, the gym leader herself, because they're all girls, you see. So that's why I said herself. I don't know where I was going with there, but you know. So yeah, not much else going on. Just I actually hoped I would get this this particular gym done in the last video, because you know, I figured, you know, it's a gym. We've been doing them in like one part. Well, no. Now that I think about it, Awakening. The Vermilion gym also took 2 videos to do, because it was kind of tacked on to the end. It was like right after we came off the SSN, but this one, it was like we basically started by going into here, and we still weren't able to get it done because of everyone has a Bellsprout. But then again, when you think about it, there really aren't a lot of Grass-type Pokemon in the game. There's the Bulbasaur line, there's the Oddish line, the Bellsprout line, and then Tangela. Technically, there's also Paris and Parasect, but they're basically secondary Grass-type Pokemon. Their first type is Bug, so they really wouldn't be associated with anything here. Also, there's Gloom. I don't think we've seen Gloom before, but Gloom is Oddish's evolved form, and thus has pretty much the same kind of abilities that Oddish does. So it focuses a lot on status effects and absorbing abilities, like Absorb, Mega Drain, Giga Drain, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think we really see Giga Drain much in the game. I think Giga Drain is the TM that we actually get from the gym leader here. And I think that's the only way that you can actually get Giga Drain. I don't think anything can actually learn Giga Drain naturally. It's also absorbing a lot more HP than Oddish is, possibly because it has a higher special stat. But I'm glad we were able to at least get through 2 Pokemon with Biggins without having to swap to someone else, like Box Lightner. Well, actually, I probably should be using Box Lightner a bit more, because a lot of these, I mean, yeah, we have Fearow. Fearow's basically doing the peck and stuff like that, but all of these Pokemon that we fought in here are also part Poison type. And Poison is, of course, weak to Psychic attacks. So we're going to go ahead, use some antidotes and whatnot on Biggins here. Because I want to use Biggins as much as we can, because, you know, of course, experience and all that jazz. But if we do get to a Bellsprout, I will start swapping to Herald and Box Lightner if possible. Because Box Lightner can also knock these guys out in probably one hit with Psybeam. But yeah, most of these what the hell? Oh, Cool Trainers. We haven't come across Cool Trainers yet. But for the most part, if it's not basically anything that having to do with Bellsprout or even Tangela will have Rap on them. So we're gonna start swapping out stuff. And hopefully we won't get Rap all over the place. Sleep Powder. Awesome. Let's see what an Awakening will do. And then if it uses Rap again, I'll swap out to someone else. Possibly Herald, because, oh, he missed. Well, that's too bad for you. Because that's what happens if you don't hit. You go away. Oh, Box Lightner's already level 29. Alright, Biggins can take care of this guy. Well, Biggins is almost out of PP for Ember, actually. I wonder how well he'll do. Because I know this thing isn't going to be knocked out in one hit. I think I do have some ethers and stuff I can use. They are kind of harder to find, so I don't know if I want to use them right just on a whim like this. Because ethers will restore ether will restore 5 PP to one move. Max ethers will restore full PP to a move. I don't know if I want to use them because they are very hard to come across. I think I'll just use Bite for now, because the only other thing I can use is Absorb. And Absorb isn't very effective, obviously. The only thing we gotta watch out for is the fact that, because Biggins is paralyzed, he has a lowered speed, so he's not going to be able to attack first. And also, he has a 25% chance that he's not going to be able to attack at all. Plus, Absorb, with what little damage it is doing, it does heal 50% of that damage it's doing to us back to him. So, there's a lot of variables going around. This game can be very in-depth when it needs to be, and it only gets more in-depth from here. And that's why I like a lot of the, a lot of people don't like a lot of the newer entries in the series, because it gets overcomplicated with how many Pokemon there are, and they don't like a lot of the designs and stuff. However, I do prefer a lot of the later titles, not necessarily because there are more Pokemon. That certainly does add to it, and I actually like seeing a lot of the newer designs and whatnot going for them. But the main thing is the battle system gets more refined each time, and we're gonna get to a point where the system with special only having one stat is going to be changed to a special attack and special defense. So it's more, what's the word I'm thinking of? I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. But it matches basically with the physical. It never really made much sense to me why they went with attack and defense for physical type moves, whereas special moves only pulled from one, whether it was attack or defense. And I know the word, I just can't think of what the word is, and it'll come to me later. But it's more of that. It's not congruent. I don't know why congruent keeps coming to mind, but that's not a word that describes this at all. It's more uniform, I guess. Well, uniform isn't the word either, but it actually consistent. There we go, consistent. It's more consistent with how that works. And later on, when we get to the 4th generation games like Diamond and Pearl, we'll start seeing the moves, whether or not a move is special or physical is not dependent on the elemental type, but rather on a separate stat that they add in. So we'll start seeing like physical fire type moves and special type rock moves. So it gets a lot more in detail, and it's a lot more fun in my opinion. Get Pokemon abilities in Generation 3 to add a little more to the strategy. So yeah, it gets really involved, really in depth as far as RPGs go, and I really enjoy it, and that's why I've stuck with it all these years. I started off with Red and Blue, more specifically the Red version. Not when it first came out, but like not too long after it came out. That's when I really got into it, and then it goes on to, we're almost into a 6th generation now with X and Y, and I'm really looking forward to that. He lasted long enough. I don't know why I kept attacking, but he was actually making up for the damage he was doing, but that'll take care of that gloom there. I'm not going to worry about reviving Biggins now, because he is a much lower level, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick with Herald and Box Lightner from here on out in the gym. That way I can just get this over with and everything, because Biggins is lower level, so he doesn't have nearly as high as speed. And bring my best Pokemon. Wait till next time. There won't be a next time. I'm not coming back here after this. Pleased to meet you. My hobby is Pokemon training. Pleased to meet you. My hobby is Pokemon training. Seems we have a lot in common. Also, my character is like 10, I think. Execute. I forgot about Execute. Execute is the other grass type that I totally forgot to mention earlier in this video. Execute is a grass and psychic type. And there's Reflect. Reflect will... It says gained armor. What it is it, I think it's either Reflect or... Yeah, Reflect increases its defense, I think. So that works out that way. It also it evolves with a leaf stone into Executor, which looks like a coconut tree. I have a blight date coming up. I have to learn to be polite. Okay. Hello, lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome. My name is Erika. I'm the leader of Celadon Gym. I teach the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea that you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. A, you will lose because I got super awesome Pokemon. B, you didn't think that I was here to challenge you. I didn't think that, males were normally allowed in here otherwise. She's got Victory Bell. Victory Bell is the evolved form of Weepin' Bell. So it's basically at the end of the, it's at the end of the Bellsprout line. So it's also a grass poison type. It knows Wrap and all that good stuff. I'm fairly sure it doesn't learn much else. I'm gonna Box Lightner this up. Box Light it up? I don't know. Bruce Box Lightner! That's what I'm gonna go with. Bruce Box Lightner. It's Bruce Box Lightner. It's not really Bruce Box Lightner, it's named after him. Because Bruce Box Lightner is awesome. I'll just use the Awakening on him. Oh, it knows Razor Leaf. Okay. That means that I'm going to be able to attack next turn. Because it didn't use Wrap. Lucky, lucky me. And it's not the last we'll see of Wrap, though. Because she does have a Tangela, and Tangela's no Wrap. Is she going to send out Tangela? Yes, she is. I'm actually going to have Herald out for this because Tangela is a Pure Grass Pokemon, the only Pure Grass Pokemon in this game. And, yeah. The only thing that I really have that'll be effective right now is Herald, because, Biggins is currently out of commission. I don't know how well Biggins would have done in this fight, seeing as everything is such a much higher level. Constrict has the same sort of, the same animation as Wrap, but it only goes on for one turn. So I don't have to worry about, oh no, I'm wrapped for 5 turns and can't attack. And again, I know I keep bringing it up, but thank God they changed this in later games, starting with Gold and Silver. If you are wrapped, you can just still keep going. You will still be wrapped, you will still take damage every turn, but you can still attack back. Vileplume is the evolved form of Gloom, that's at the end of the Oddish line. I'm not going to be doing the yellow version in any capacity, because I don't really like the yellow version that much compared to red and blue. But in the red and blue in the yellow version, instead of having the Vileplume and the Victory Bell, she will actually have Gloom and Weepin' Bell, because those are what she had in the TV show, which I again don't really draw upon the canon for the TV show. The Rainbow Badge will make Pokemon up to level 50 obey. So if we ever got any Pokemon that were in trades, which we're not going to, so yeah. Also allows Pokemon to use Strength in and out of battle, which is going to be important. Also, take this with you. TM21, that's Mega Drain, I believe. Yes, Mega Drain. Giga Drain is what you get from her in a Gold and Sapphire, or Gold and Silver, Gold and Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire is Generation 3. Half the damage it inflicts is drained to heal your Pokemon. That's how all the Absorb moves work. And there is a Giga Drain that I believe is now that I think about it, Giga Drain is actually brought in with Gold and Silver. So Mega Drain is actually the highest Absorb we're going to be able to see. You're cataloging Pokemon? I must say, I'm impressed. I would never collect Pokemon if they were ugly or unattractive. Wow, I'm sure that makes all the ugly Pokemon feel awesome. I'm going to use Antidote here. And just on Herald. I'm going to cut my way out of the gym. And that's going to be the video. when we come back, we will be heading off towards Lavender Town to finish our unfinished business there. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?